we will demonstrate how to use closed suction device for endotracheal suctioning. So for that we should know few things. First thing is to select the correct size closed suction device for the patient. That depends on the size of the ET tube. So in the ET tube you can see the internal diameter. For example, this ET tube has 4.5 millimeter internal diameter. So remember that the catheter you are selecting should be having 9 French size. That means double the size of internal diameter of the ET tube. So if you are selecting 4.5 millimeter ET tube, the closed suction device is 9 French device. So it will be written on the packet and also on this part. After that, we have in that system, in the closed suction system, we will get a catheter like this with some parts and 3 adapters. In each catheter, we will get 3 adapters. It will be of size for, if you are having this 9 size catheter, it will be having 4, 4.5 and 5 size adapters. So our ET tube is 4.5 size, but the adapter will be having 4.5, 5 and 4, 3. The best one you can select for that ET tube, because it may not be correctly fitting to a 4.5 adapter. You can select 4 or even 5, which is most suited. So after that, we have to remove the hub of the ET tube and check which adapter is most suited, correct fitting. So here the 4.5 size adapter is correctly fitting with the 4.5 size ET tube. So that you have to select before intubating or before selecting the ET tube for intubation. To this part, we have 2 ports here. One is to be connected to the end of the closed suction device. So this is to be connected here, and this part is for the ventilator circuit or to the HME and the ambu bag. So here is the ambu bag or the ventilator circuit connection. So after connecting that, we should know how much depth of the catheter is to be inserted into this endotracheal tube. For that also you have to know one measurement. For that we should see what is the last number in the ET tube written. So here it is 18 centimeter. What does that mean? From the tip of the ET tube, it is 18 centimeter distance. So this 18 centimeter should be coinciding with the 18 centimeter mark in the catheter inside the closed suction device. So in the catheter in the closed suction device also there are centimeter markings with the numbers and also color codes. So through this polythene cover you can see the number and the corresponding color code. For example, 12 is red, 13 is blue, 14 is yellow, like that. So here it is 18. So we have to see which color corresponds to 18 here. So this is 18. This orange band. Remember, these colors are being repeated in the distal end also, but it is double bands. So a single band orange is corresponding to 18 centimeter. It is not a double band orange. It may be some other centimeter. So remember this color. Then when we are doing suctioning, we have to use a clean hand. Not even a gloves is needed. No need of a sterile gloves always. And we can push the catheter in like this till this orange color corresponds to the 18 centimeter mark in the ET tube. So see, now the orange color is at the 18 centimeter mark of the ET tube. What does that mean? The catheter tip is just at the tip of the ET tube. So if this is a very important point. Why? Because if you are inserting it more, it will stimulate the carina. It may cause mucosal injury due to suctioning of the mucosa. If it is less inserted up to this, then this tip of the ET tube will have secretions which is not being suctioned out, and that may contribute to block in the ET tube. So this point is very, very important. Corresponding depth to be inserted. So this 18 should correspond to the 18 centimeter mark in the suction catheter. So after inserting this, we have to press a button here. So this has a button. Here we are connecting it to the wall suction or the portable suction device tube, and once you press this button, suction will act. Otherwise it is a closed opening. There will not be any suction effect. Only when you press, the suctioning will occur. So after pressing that, we have to pull it back slowly. So with it being pressed, pull it back slowly so that all the secretions in the ET tube will be suctioned out. So how to pull, how long to pull, that is also very important point. You should pull. You can see a black mark at the end of the suction catheter. So when you pull it back, it should just reach into the suction device. You can see a chamber here. This is a chamber. You can feel a click sound, click feel when the black tip enters the chamber. Now I got a click feel, and you can see black tip entering the chamber here. So then you should stop. You should not pull it further, because this catheter will enter this polythene cover, and this area will cause leakage of gas from the ventilator circuit into this polythene cover, and this polythene cover will inflate like a balloon. Then this device has to be replaced with a new one. You cannot ventilate a patient once there is a leak from the system. So this is very important point. It should be in the chamber only. It should not be in the circuit or in the ET tube. What is the problem if it is less pulled? This will obstruct the gas flow. It is a great obstruction to the gas flow. We will get high PIP alarm and patient will become hypoxic. So that is to be ensured. Another point is that when you are pulling it back, you should not pull by holding the polythene cover. It will rupture here. So always hold on the white last tip and press it and then pull. That is the way. And after completing, if you want once again suctioning, you can do it once again and the same to be repeated. After that, you should disconnect the wall suction tube from the end and keep a cap. This cap is with the catheter itself. You can keep it closed and you can lift this part and rotate. Then you cannot press it again. So this is a lock also to prevent accidentally compressing this area and causing suction. So this is a lock, and even if the cap is not there, there is no connection and it is more safe. So this is the method of keeping it when it is not in use. After suctioning, one more thing is to be ensured. It is the cleaning of this chamber. So when you pull out the suction catheter into this chamber, secretions on the surface of the catheter will be deposited in this chamber, and inside of this catheter also will be having some secretions. All these has to be rinsed out before the suction procedure is completed. For that, there is a port here. Can you see this port? So you should take a 2 cc syringe. A 2 cc syringe with 1 ml or 2 ml saline in that. With this pot, attach here and keep on compressing this switch. The suction should be working, and with that you should instill small amount of saline into this chamber, say 0.5 ml. It should be inserted, and at the time it should be suctioned out. So in aliquots of 0.5, you instill saline into this chamber. It will get rotated in the chamber with all the secretions in the saline, and it will be drained through the catheter. So the catheter rinsing is also completed with this procedure. So insert 0.5 cc of saline and compress it so that the catheter is also cleaned well. After that, you can remove the syringe and close this port and close this area also. What is the importance of closed suction device? This is to avoid disconnection of a ventilated circuit. Whenever you disconnect it for an open suctioning, we are exposing ourselves to the exhaled air from the patient, which is very infectious in case of a COVID patient. So in this COVID period, closed suction has gained a lot of importance in hospital infection control. This has a cost of around 700 rupees, and this is ideally to be changed every 3 days. But in our practice, if a patient requires ventilation for 4 or 5 days, we use the same suction device for 5 days even, provided there is no leakage and it is functioning properly. So this is about closed suction device.